Hi there, my name is Debbie Jones and I'm the Patient Catering Manager at the Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital, and this is my presentation on making food fun. A little bit of background. So we are an acute unit hospital and currently have over 1,050 beds. We have a further 3 more wards opening in a couple of weeks and a new isolation unit which will put our beds capacity to at least 1,200. I work for Serco, who are the soft and hard service providers at the NNUH. We became the provider of these services when the first hospital first opened in 2001. We look after patient and retail catering, domestics, grounds, logistics, security, portering, linen and waste in soft services, and we also manage all the building within hard FM, which includes electrical, mechanical and building works. We work closely with our trust partners and are continually trying to improve the patient experience. A young boy came in on the children's ward with a serious health condition and he wanted to help weigh out accurately and prep his own meals. He was so keen to do this, but unfortunately, due to health and safety etc., we weren't able to allow him to do this. It did get me thinking though, and I approached our contract director and suggested to him about my idea and trying to incorporate fun with food to the children's ward somehow, and he thought it was a brilliant idea and said, "Debbie, make it happen." So I tried to think a bit too big at first and tried to find a room or an area where we could take over and create a safe environment for children to work in. But as you all know, finding an empty room or at least any space free is now impossible in a hospital setting. So making plans from an idea to a reality. So I tried to scale back my thoughts and thought maybe somewhere to do prep on the ward or ward kitchen area. We know that play has a therapeutic value for children during their hospital stay, and it contributes to both physical and emotional well-being as well as their recovery. Our overall aim was to provide children with some independence, giving them choices over what they eat and encourage them to play and socialise with each other. This would also take their minds off what the reasons they are in there for and relax them. So we started to work on our approach to make the idea a reality. We had the support of senior leaders from the Trust and from Serco and set up a working group including my team, housekeepers, the nursing team of all levels and the play team of the ward. The nursing team were fabulous and were so excited and keen to get started so that the idea could come off the ground. So we spoke to parents and children to get their thoughts and suggestions on what they envisaged. The main part was finding space. I spent some time on the ward observing a typical day and we found a great spot to put a fridge with a countertop, workspace, and the estate team supported by installing a cupboard to keep all the equipment in that we would later purchase. I found space where we could put a combi microwave in the ward kitchen, and this would enable us to cook pizzas, buns, biscuits, cakes, etc. We purchased the fridge and countertop and combi microwave and equipment needed to set up the mini kitchen. There was a sea theme to the children's ward, so we managed to source some Nemo aprons and mini chef's hats for the little children and something for the older patients. We involved Trust Health and Safety and the fire officer to make sure everything was safe for the children and the hospital. The standard operating procedure was written and signed off by the Trust, and then we were ready to roll. The play team carried out their food safety training which we provided so they could then produce the food safely. Was made and prepared in March 2019 with great success. The equipment is portable, so children in isolation rooms who are having chemotherapy, for example, would also be able to take part, so we don't have to leave anybody out. When this project was first put forward to PENNA, there had been at least 180 children who had prepared, eaten and shared different meals and snacks. The local BBC came to film some of the children using the facility, and it was also covered in the local newspapers. The success of the play kitchen and the contributing factors to the success of the play kitchen. We continue to get great feedback so we can continue to improve what we offer and expand the idea. Theme Day started, and at Christmas we provided a simple recipe book of Christmas recipes for the children to make. This is endless, and we do Halloween, Easter times, we do different recipe books for them, and obviously we have to show all the allergens etc and the dietary requirements. and the children just love it, and they like to share with their parents when they come in, and the nursing team, and it just really is a nice buzz, and the children seem so happy. The Swedish ambassador visited, and the children made them traditional Swedish biscuits, which they shared with them, and this was also in the local news. The potential is endless. Pizzas are made and designed. They can prep all their ingredients themselves, and the play team take the food and cook in the ward kitchen for them. The cost incurred for ingredients and all the equipment is paid for through patient catering. The children's ward is difficult to gauge what patients want to eat on a daily basis and who, and the ward likes to let the children wait till point of service to order their meals. So we have a process where any meals left at the end of service we sell to the parents for £1 each. Therefore, if the ward is full, there's always plenty of food for the children, but it's very unusual for every child to be eating. So this idea works really, really well. As we know, parents don't like to leave their children, do they, when they're in hospital? And I say this is twofold. So the parents have to go to the restaurant and leave their child alone while they go and eat, and the money is ploughed straight back into the ward for whatever they need. In the past, we've purchased high chairs for them, games, and we paid for the staff to have some training that they requested, and we continue now to provide ingredients and new equipment that they may need for the kitchen. Sometimes if they want to try different fruits or vegetables with children, there's all sorts of things they do in there now. They try and keep a Friday afternoon when they have like a baking day. We're just going to carry on making it bigger and better, hopefully. About what a child eats. It becomes a sociable and fun play opportunity to help relieve anxiety from children while they are in hospital. Children with food issues can be encouraged to make things with no pressure at all to eat anything. We've seen that siblings who are visiting with their families can get involved, as this can be quite traumatic for them too if their brother or sister are in hospital and one of their parents has to stay behind, or whether they miss them, and I say it can be quite hard on them too. Parents and carers can stay with their child and eat together with their family unit like they would at home, and this can also help with reduced food waste. We're also trying to look into being able to do a similar thing on the dementia ward, so patients can prepare their own meals in the apartment we have on site. We could decorate the kitchen in an old style like these patients are more familiar with, and this would also help in providing their nutrition. The list is endless, so we are going to try theme days, birthday teas, cake making, and any other ideas that they come with. We won't dismiss any of it. We will try and do what the children enjoy. Anyway,